We're here with Kristin Clark of KristinClark.com, and we are so excited to have her here today because she has this great new event coming up, which I actually have already registered for with my family. Tell us a little bit about the event and what you do.
Let me tell you first why I'm doing this event.
Sure.
It's called College Planning Untangled. And what we're doing is we're simplifying the college planning process for parents and for kids.
Hallelujah.
I know, right? So I'll get to why I'm doing this. I had my oldest child when he was a junior in high school. I was running marketing departments, busy. And a mom came up to me and she's like, well, Kristin, have you enrolled Chris in SAT and ACT classes? And I was like, no. Was I supposed to do that? I was like,
was that on my to-do list?
Oh no. And then what happens is you get this big swirl happening, right? Where you're talking to all these different parents and everybody has a different way of going through this process.
Okay.
And it was confusing and it was scary and it was stressful, and in the household it was stressful.
And you want the best for your kid.
Oh.
You don't want to drop the ball for him or her.
Right.
Yeah.
And so as I was thinking about this, and then I got certified as a Gallup certified strengths coach, and which is all about using your natural talents and be the best you can be. I was watching my family and lots of families going through this college planning process, and I was like, nobody is helping these kids really understand why they're going to college, what they want to do when they get out of college, and and it's so important for them to feel confident walking in so that they can flourish. And this is what we've all tried to do, right? Is we get them to a point where they're going to be an adult. And then we kind of hand them the keys to school, which, by the way, is about what it costs for your starter home or more.
Ooh.
Yeah, when you put it in that perspective, you're like, wow, we're handing them the keys to this starter home and going,
good luck.
Get it done. And you know what? You'll figure it out as you go. And I'm like, you know what? No, let's give them some help so that we can make sure that they have the best opportunity possible to succeed.
Right. Because I think a lot of parents just think, junior is going to go do what I did and go through the same college process that I went through. And college has changed a lot.
It has
I
changed
I just heard that they have this new major called gaming. Mm-hmm. You can major in gaming. I'm like, who knew? So there's so many things that are different, and our kids don't necessarily want to do what we do.
No.
Or how we did it.
And here's the deal. There are going to be so many jobs out there that we haven't even fathomed. Think about what's happening now with all the Zoom and the video and
Yeah.
People had to figure this out. Yeah. So there's so much that we can't even scratch the surface on that.
Right.
But yeah, so what's really neat about this event that we're putting on, we've got a high school college consultant, a college admissions expert, and I'll tell you what, he's from Georgia Tech. Both of these guys are phenomenal.
That's great.
They've actually written a book on college admissions.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, they get it. They've been around the block. Mm-hmm. We've got a really cool financial guy that is going to talk to parents about how do you pay for this. Mm-hmm. And then he also is going to talk about, with parents and kids, about what do kids need to know about finances and how do you help them get to that point where they can launch and be adults and not be living under your roof anymore. Right? How do you get them set up for success there?
Yeah.
And then we've also got your SAT, ACT coach.
Very important.
Absolutely important. And a lady that's actually from around the Charlotte area, Ellen Martin, who is she's really spunky, which is fun, but she's talking about writing your college essay.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you've got Gina, my partner, and I, and we're going to talk about using your natural talents so that you can figure out a career path that you're going to just enjoy.
That's great.
Yeah, and that you're going to be excited and happy.
Because they're going to do the Clifton Strengths test as part of this, right? So they can kind of see where their strengths are that they maybe didn't even know.
Right.
That's so great.
Yeah.
And I've done it. I think it's fabulous.
I know, right? And everybody that does it, they're like, this is me, Kristin, this is me. And what I like about Clifton Strengths is not only is it about you, but it gives you words that you can identify with, so you're high strategic.
Yes, I am.
Right? And when you know what that means, it's easier for you to go, that's what that is, and I am good at that, and here's an example. So you can start identifying with that and really understand why you're so good at certain things.
And not. Those were kind of the eye-opening ones for me, is those things that we realized were kind of my weakness. And I'm like, okay, no wonder I struggle with that, and I should just let somebody else do it.
Right.
And so that's been very freeing, liberating, I guess.
It is
to get rid of those things.
And think about when you're in high school, to talk about the things you're good at. How often do we get to sit down with our kids and go, and you know what you're good at?
Yeah.
And here's an example. I see you doing this. I'll tell you, when I work with these kids and do the Clifton Strengths with them, they grow 2 inches.
That's
right in
so
front of my
great.
eyes. Yeah.
That's so great.
Yeah.
So it's called College Planning Untangled. So I love the name of it, by the way, because it's really just, I mean, it is a web of information, and it starts when they're in juniors in high school. They really start to push us in the schools to start thinking about, where are they going? Are they going to college?
Right.
And I would assume that even for people that aren't sure, this would be a good event to kind of figure out what they do want to do.
Yes, and I'll tell you what I love about the team of experts that we pulled in is everybody, even though we are centered around this college planning process, our first question is, why are you going?
Yeah.
Let's make sure that you're doing the right thing, because you know what? As we hand you those keys to that starter home, we want to make sure that that's truly what you want to do. Because think about going to college and feeling, I'm going to use the failure word, feeling like a failure because you're there and you're like, I don't know why I'm here. So we want them to really just think about it and feel good about the decisions that they're making. And guess what? I got to tell you, I meet people all the time that tell me, Kristin, I went through 4 or 5 years of college. The whole time I knew I wanted to be a hairdresser and
Didn't need to be there.
Didn't need to be there and didn't need to have the debt. So we encourage you to really think about that first. And then if you decide, yes, this is the right path for me, hey, you've got all the experts in the room that can help you if you choose to, or as a family, you can choose to do it on your own. And we're going to give you the roadmap.
Give you the roadmap. So it's in October. I don't remember the exact dates.
It's October 4th through the 11th, and it's
Okay.
a virtual event. So we're going to have a couple hours a day that we're giving you little tidbits, and we're encouraging you to do it as a family. So we're
Yes.
purposefully doing it during the dinner hour during the week so that you can have dinner, be talking about what we're saying, and it's really opening up the conversations in the household too, because we want to reduce stress.
But they're all recorded. So if you miss one because you've got basketball practice or whatever on Tuesday night, then you can actually go back and watch those.
Right. So we provide those for you for 30 days so that you can go back and watch any of them that you'd like to.
That's so great. Now, do they get some one-on-one as well with you to go over their strengths, or how does that work?
We are going to do 2 free Clifton Strengths assessments with every family that joins.
Okay.
And then we're making it available if you need more, that you can order more. And we are going to do a complete session on strengths and explaining what those strengths
great.
are. Yeah, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Everybody loves that part because, they just get excited. So, we're doing that. So October 4th through the 11th. You can sign up at collegeplanningUntangled.com.
Okay.
And
Pretty simple.
Yeah.
So thanks so much. And if they have any questions, they can contact you at Kristin with an I, right?
Right.
Kristin. So Kristin at KristinClark.com.
Correct.
So they can get a hold of you there if they have any questions. So thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.
I'm excited for the event.